Good morning, everyone. It's serotonin. I wanted to try something. I've never actually done this before, but I wanted to go through the news with you guys because I read the news very differently these days. So, the first thing I wanted to mention is this picture is just kind of odd. Um, the first thing I noticed was that Trump's glasses aren't filled very high. He doesn't drink. He doesn't drink. I love French wine. It's probably spelled Whine. And, as we all know, that Trump is doing a lot to end human trafficking, pedophilia, all of that really horrific stuff. And for those of you that don't know, Emmanuel Macron is definitely a victim of pedophilia. His wife is much older than him and was actually his teacher originally and met him when he was a young man. About 14 years old was when they first met. And they had already an emotional entanglement at that age. So he is absolutely a victim of that. I also think that he is part of the MK Ultra program. And I don't think that he has his hands clean whatsoever. But in the spirit of saving people from that trap, I don't think it. I mean, he's been married to this woman for a long time now, but I do think that there is something that needs to be acknowledged there. Anyway, moving on. This I found very interesting. This is just unbelievably sad, and I don't know what's going on with that. But this I found incredibly interesting here. Bill Maher is enjoying or rejoicing in the death of David Koch, or Koch, or whatever you say for his name. So that's really just interesting. And I'm not even going to go into that right now. I don't know what's going on with Bill Maher. I think he has been so neck deep in all of this that maybe he's trying to turn this around now that Epstein has been secured. I think he's trying to save his skin, and I don't think that's going to happen too well with him. Similarly, we have Prince Andrew denying the time he spent with Epstein. I'm just going to move on from that. Okay, this is all just boring fluff, like people's bodies and this, that, and the other. This is very interesting. TV host, few are born evil, but there are more undiscovered female killers. What I find very interesting in that is that there's recently been a study, and they're pushing studies in the US to say that psychopathy and psychopathic behavior is not an environmental cause. This is something that you are born with. So no matter what, nothing that happens to you in your life apparently causes you to become violent or unhinged or affects your progress as a person. So they're using this as a blanket sweep statement for gender reassignment, pedophilia, all kinds of different things. So just be very, very careful about this. This is a narrative, this born this way Lady Gaga narrative of, well, it really didn't matter what my parents were like, how much money we had, whether or not they were violent or crazy or whatever, I was born like this. So they're denying environmental or, traumatic. Um, they're basically denying PTSD, sorry, and they're denying any kind of environmental factors. And for those of you who are new to the channel, I worked as a psychotherapist for 12 years and left my career because of all of this double speak and the system and everything. So I refused to work as a therapist, but I know exactly the kinds of things they're pushing and the language that they're pushing and the stories that they're pushing. This is a really interesting one. Just I thought this was really cool. Girl sends back souvenir rock and apology letter to national park. That's a big thing that happens in Hawaii. When I lived there, a lot of people would send back their lava rock. It's kind of a thing. Um, this is interesting. Michael Moore is letting people know about what's going on with Ruth Bader Ginsburg. So as we have long suspected, she's been gone, I think, for at least half a year at this point. And this guy, I can't believe I paid money to see his movies back in the day. But anyway, he is hand in glove with the establishment. So whatever he's saying, pay serious attention because he is hand in glove with the New World Order. The thing that really, really, okay, so first of all, there's this. The fit grandmother opens up about feeling ageless and dating younger men. These are the stories that I'm watching. I'm not watching so much the big name stories and stuff, but they're really, really going to push a pro-cannibalism and vampiric agenda. They want people to be okay with getting blood from younger people from blood banks so that you can live for longer and blah, blah, blah. So they're pushing so much of this stuff about being hot and being older and life is great and blah, blah, blah. And this is where they really push all of the narratives. They don't throw it always with the Hollywood big names. They do it a lot with these civilian stories. And they're gonna, and I probably won't just do this one. I'll probably do another news review another time, and I'll show you. We'll see more. The other very interesting thing that I saw in here was this. This was actually what prompted me to make the video. Was seeing Aretha down here with a line that said, "Music legend had piles of uncashed checks when she died." Why? Well, why? That's so weird, right? In normal, regular world, that's a bit odd. But in the world where your music career is given to you directly because of the terrible things that you do, I think she refused. She really let herself go in the last couple of years, and she wasn't doing so well. And not just her physical health, but, there was a lot of concern about her. I don't think she wanted to have anything to do with any of the exchange of what she had signed her soul over for. So this to me is incredible. Incredible. Really interesting. And then last but not least, I think it's really important. I just wanted to make a tiny quick comment about that. There's nothing going on down here, but almost without fail, every week we've got something going on about Miley Cyrus. Literally, not every week. Oh my gosh, I meant to say every day. Anyway, that's just an aside. But there you go. That's how I'm reading the news today. These days, I should say, but specifically, obviously, this is today's news, so that's how I'm reading it today. Anyway, if you found that interesting, please let me know. If you have any extra comments, any other headlines that caught your attention and that you want to let me know what they're really saying, that would be great too. I really appreciate all of the interaction that I am having with my subscribers and my viewers right now. It's really fun. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I hope you found that a little bit interesting. Anyway, see you soon.